Business as Unusual is a thought-provoking podcast that explores the innovative strategies, disruptive ideas, and unconventional practices driving successful leaders and companies in the ever-evolving world of modern business. Subscribe, comment, and share for weekly inspiration with our host, Aisala.
Hi, welcome to the Business as Unusual podcast. This is Aisala, and I'm here today with Betina Pflug. Hi, Betina. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure being here.
Before we get into all the details about the neat programs you have in your business, what was the last artist that you got lost in?
That's a very interesting question. And I think I was really impressed by a Brazilian that was indicated to be an Oscar winner with his amazing documentary called Extraordinary Garbage. He went to the biggest place where we collect garbage in Brazil, and he took amazing pictures and retrieved objects from one thing that people normally discard and recreated those pictures in amazing big canvas made with garbage. And this was one of the films that most impressed me recently because I really care about the legacy we're leaving in the world. How can we transform things and not make more trash and impact? That's why I was super impressed with them. It's something I really pay attention is the garbage we're producing ourselves. This movie really touched my heart.
That sounds really interesting. I'll make sure to include a link to it in the notes. That's actually one of the things that's been really fun is people share things that they're excited about. And then I get to learn all these artists and books and games that are out there. So thank you.
What I like from this movie is that all the money he made from the movie, he donated to this organization of people who collect garbage in Brazil. It was like a pro bono work that he did just to bring awareness of how the situation with garbage is all around the world. And the way people work over there, it's really not fair, as I can say, a third world like Brazil. It's not easy.
Yeah. That is important. It's important to be more aware of the interconnected and impact of these different things. So thank you. Would you be willing to introduce your business and yourself a little bit more to our listeners so they get a chance to get a sense of what you're up to?
Of course. My name is Betina, and she said I'm a success coach. I help small entrepreneurs who are looking for work-life balance by helping them plan all the goals that they want to manifest in their year and how to make it happen in their business and also in their personal life. And right now I'm in Australia. I think this is an important fact. I'm originally from Brazil. I moved to the United States 8 years ago, spent a whole 7 years there, learned so much with the American market. And now I just moved to Australia 2 months ago, and I'm still building up my business here in his third year.
Yeah, I mean, is there a huge difference in terms of the work or the things that people need from when you're working in America versus working in Australia? Or do you have enough experience yet to have a sense of that?
The problems are very similar in Brazil, in United States, and in Australia. But the way people find solutions are totally different. I notice in Brazil, we are very aimed to improvise. To United States, where people like to plan in advance. They like to have all the tasks already in advance, plan and organize. And here in Australia, their big lemma is no worries. So in Australia, people tend to be a little bit more loose, focusing more on the family. They leave work very early here to be at home early. I have the impression that in the United States, people are more workaholic than here. That's my first impression. I've been here only for 2 months, but I think people have this similar problems all around the world.
Yeah. What's the impact that you hope to have in doing this work with solopreneurs or entrepreneurs in terms of that balance?
I have more than 25 years of experience being an entrepreneur myself, a lot of knowledge in marketing, technology, and relationships. And I figured out that why not share this knowledge to help entrepreneurs find work-life balance from the beginning. So clients who can benefit and thrive with my, I can give you some examples. So I have a program called Happiness Journey, and I had 3 examples from the last group that I had. One of them was HR director. She was unemployed, can't believe it. And during COVID, she lost her job and she couldn't find motivation to go look for a job. And I said, why an HR director will hire a coach if she knows everything, all the process to find a job? But finding motivation, it's not easy. So being together with her, we were able to map all the companies she wanted to work for. We could create a job description of what she wanted to do, and she could prepare better for the interviews. She chose 25 companies to work. She did, I think, process and was able to choose from 5 companies the best place to work. So I was really impressed with her work. In 8 weeks, she was able to really do a big turnaround. Another person that participated on the program was an executive director for a nonprofit. And he's leading this nonprofit for 8 years, but was really stuck on his growth. He couldn't find donors. He couldn't find resources to do his amazing work. And participating on the program, one of the things that most impacted him was the meditation. He was really adverse of meditating, saying, this will never work for me. I don't know why I need this. But then he learned the importance of meditation, how to do it. And after 21 days, he called me, Betina, I got it. Now that I'm able to focus, I can achieve much more in my day. And at the end of the program, he understood that the most important thing was to structure his nonprofit. He was able to really visualize that having a strong board members will take his nonprofit to the next level. And at the end of the program, he got 2 new board members and a donation of $50,000 to really start investing in all the marketing he needed. So it was very impactful for those 2 participants. And the third one that I would like to share was a woman around 50 that she was in the same job for the past 25 years and she was unhappy. She changed her phase of life. She wanted to be more home with her kids and wanted to have more freedom, work remotely, but couldn't leave her work that she was in for the past 25 years. So redefining her purpose, why she wanted a change, what was important to her. She was able also to map all the possible companies and she moved to a nonprofit. And she's super happy now. It was hard to do this big move because she was responsible for the majority of the income of her house. So she was insecure on doing this change. And at the end, she was really happy. So I think those 3 cases and much more that I have made me wake up every day with a smile on my face, knowing that I'm making a difference in people's life. That's why I continue with my coaching practice.
It's so amazing to get to see people really take off. And I think you've answered this, but I'm going to ask just to see if I spark any more. What inspired you to do this work or to start this company?
What inspires me is my willingness to help nonprofits. So when I used to own my own marketing company in Brazil, I dedicated 20% of my time pro bono helping nonprofits. So every Friday, I took a day off and I went to a different nonprofit to help them structure their fundraising, their volunteers, their business strategy. And when I moved to the United States, I was able to change all my career and I worked 100% with nonprofits for 4 years. But then I noticed that they need my help, but they cannot pay for the value that I can add. So I decided to start working as a coach for small entrepreneurs. And I'm investing all the money that I'm making here to create a foundation. My goal is to have a team of at least 5 good coaches under my umbrella to accelerate nonprofits. So I still work with for-profits and conscious businesses owners, but part of our time will be to really accelerate nonprofits to find their growth. That's my passion, and that's why I'm doing this.
Who do you typically work with right now? You said small entrepreneurs, but is there a specific attitude, set of conditions, or sector of work that you find thrives with what you have to offer? Is it more general?
What I can describe from my clients, they always come to me when they feel very busy, when they're feeling stuck, when they're feeling disorganized, overwhelmed, and stressed. Like they have so many tasks, they have so much to learn, so much to manage, that there is a lack of confidence on how to move forward. And at the same time, they understand the importance of being present in their families, but they don't have the time to do it. So I love to help people that are busy, stuck, feeling like this, because I can bring to the table my organizational skills, my technological skills in marketing, so we can create a plan for them to grow with consistency and always thinking on their own growth path. By evaluating the 5 areas of their life, I can help them find this work-life balance. That's what I do.
What's the best advice that you received or gave, or both?
I think what my clients most is every beginning of the year, we plan their goals. And I have a framework that I use to help them plan the goals. And the framework has an area where you write down what true success means to you. So that's an important phrase because success can mean so many different things for everybody. So you have to spend some time thinking what true success means for you. Then we evaluate the 5 areas of your life, as I was saying. The first one is your health. The second one is your family, your relationships, and your place in the community. And then you evaluate also your professional life and your spirituality. So after going through all those 5 areas, you're going to establish goals for each area, at least 5 goals, if not more. And once you have all those goals established, you're going to choose the most important of each area. And this you're going to put as a priority. Because if you're in a hurry every day, I really recommend you to take a look on what you wrote at least once a week. If you're really in a hurry, just take a look on your priority and focus to achieve, and keep this paper with you. Also, when doing your goals, what we consider is also all the seasonability of the year. I used to think that it was important for you to have balance in all areas of your life at the same time. But after studying several books and having several coaches coach myself, I learned that depending on the season of the year, you're going to dedicate more time to one area than to another. I'm going to give you an example. For everybody who have kids, how important it is for you to be present when they have their summer vacation, when they're at home, where they have time to be with you, where they want to do extra activities. So if you can slow down during summer, it's super important. But then after August, September, maybe you can accelerate and invest time on your business. Beginning of the year, the same thing. But for example, on holidays like Thanksgiving, how important it is for you to focus on the community, to giving back, and also to be present to your family members. So considering all those important dates I call them milestones in your year. For example, your business anniversary, your wedding anniversary are important dates. People who you really care, for example, Mother's Day. If you consider those milestones during the year before you plan your goals, that's super important. This will give you a base for you to choose the right things to do in the right timing. Also, the time you plan to take vacations, if you are married, it's important for you to talk with your husband about it and match all the important dates on your calendar and his calendar as well. So the way we plan that is starting by seeing everything that's going to happen the next year on your calendar, considering those milestones, evaluating the 5 areas of your life, and evaluating what true success means to you. So this is a framework I use with all my clients as the beginning of the program Happiness Journey. And it also comes in a planner that I created. So people can reach this content in different ways, but is the thing that really makes a huge difference. And coming back every year is the key of success.
Because you have to be able to adapt to the new circumstances. So you have to refresh. And hopefully you've achieved some things. So you have new areas to develop or new skills or foci. So you said you taught like the work-life balance, but can you identify like a typical problem that people end up you work with to solve?
I think one of the biggest challenge is how to manage their calendars, how to work less hours and be more efficient. That's the challenge that most of the entrepreneurs face. So I have a whole class about task management that I teach how people can work with time blocking and how can you separate times in your calendar to really focus on work, focus on your personal development, focus on your family, and how to match that with the goals that you have established at the beginning of the program. So this is one of the most challenges that people face is time. Like you said, time is the most valuable thing we have in our lives. But there are a lot of recommendations of people who are really happy is that you should work less hours, but be more efficient. But how to do that is a key question. So there are several tools and techniques that you can apply to make it happen. I myself, I work 6 hours a day and I try to take Fridays off and I don't work during weekends normally. And this is on purpose because I really would like to be present in my family and enjoy this special moment that we are here adapting to a new country. If I was working like 12 hours a day, I wouldn't be able to be there for them and be also recharged for my clients when I'm with them. So that's an important factor. And all small entrepreneurs, they wear different hats at the same time. So they're overwhelmed, normally disorganized. That's why they cannot be efficient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really true. What do you do to keep yourself inspired when it feels like overwhelming to you? Or is there something specific you do? Or
Yes. When I started working as a coach, one of the books that really touched me was The Miracle Morning. So I implemented this morning routine the past 4 years. I've been waking up every day, 5 a.m. I have a routine that I do. I grab my cup of tea in the morning. I write my journal on the planner. Then I do a meditation. I go to the gym, to the sauna, and then I plan my day. So this morning routine takes 4 hours. It's really intense, but it's the most pleasurable time in my day where I really dedicate time to myself. And I start working at 9 a.m., very energized, focused. And part of this routine is to do affirmations. And the affirmations I recommend the clients to do are based on the 5 areas of your life. And if you want, I can share the affirmations for this year. It's something very powerful that I'm doing with my clients. And I can read them for you if you want.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Affirmations for 2023. I'm blessed for the opportunity to be alive, and we use it to keep evolving. I choose to enjoy the present moment, emanate love, and open my heart to be loved too. I show up as a captain of my life, and I can see clearly the bright future and navigate toward its directions. Knowing the universe guides my path, I choose to be extraordinary great rather than average good, and brave instead of timid, to live my life with a purpose instead of being a sleepwalker. I guide myself during difficult moments using my values of contribution, health, continuous growth, organization, and doing my best, leaving every place I go better than I found. Today, I will put all the necessary effort into exercising my best habits because I understand the power of the compound effect. I promise to do things that make my heart sing and show the world the music inside me. I understand that my body is an instrument and blessing, and I will fuel it properly with fresh and healthy foods, making use of it to prolong my journey of growth here in the earth. Today, I will make time to prepare my day, prioritize what is essential, and prepare my body and soul to execute everything I propose. Then, celebrating my small wins of the day and learn I had with my mistakes. I will be disciplined, focused, and productive in the hours ahead, having fun simultaneously. And should I need rest, I will honor those moments knowing that top performers need to recharge. I know how to say no to things that distract me and yes to new ideas that can add value. This day, I would check in with my feelings several times and work through elevating my vibration to attract people and circumstances that will help my growth path. By making other people happier and teaching other good things, I know I bring happiness to my life. What matters most are the human beings I've inspired, the care I gave, and the abundance I shared. Regardless of the challenges, I will trust the best outcome would happen. I lead by example and propose to be a pro in everything I decided to. As I continue to advance in my journey, I connect to my internal light and put all the effort necessary to shine bright, lighting up my path and the path of others. I hope you like it.
That's a good way to kind of center your intentions. So this is unusual. What do you think is unusual about what you're doing in this work of coaching and support?
The hardest part of my work is leading by example. Everything that I apply with my clients, that I help them do, I do it for myself. So it's hard on me as well. And I think that's what inspired them, because I proved that it's possible by applying my own world, my own business, my own life, my own family. And I just want to inspire people to do the same, and also to be teachers and teach others how to do that.
I definitely can relate to that, wanting to cast the seeds. More people can have the opportunity to have this experience and pass it on. As for those people that are listening that are like, wow, this is pretty cool, I want to know more. I'll have obviously links in the show notes, but is there anything, a place they can find you online that you would like to direct them to?
Yes, I do have a podcast called Wisdom Woman that you can take a look. If you're a nonprofit, you can listen to Wisdom for Profits. And I do have a website called wity.tech, wity.tech, TECH. You can schedule a call with me. And then from that, the next step is doing a strategic coaching session where we're going to do the goals of the year together. Another option is if you want to participate in this program called Happiness Journey. It's an 8-week program. It's a coaching in group. It's very accessible. And this will accelerate your personal growth. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to participate on this program. Anyone can participate. It's very helpful. We're going to help you manifest all the goals that you have for this year.
Wonderful. And then do you do that more than once a year, or is it just you said that's starting in April?
I do 4 times a year this program. So if you want to participate in the beginning of the year, that's your last chance. But you can do individual sessions with me anytime. You can book them online. Just take a look on the website and schedule a call with me, and we will go from there to see if you're a perfect match or not.
That sounds great. Anything else that you wanted to share with folks before we sign off, or final words of wisdom?
I have a quote that I put in all the books that I refer to my clients. I think whenever you're reading a book, you don't have to worry to read the book from the beginning to the end. The most important part is for you to extract one lesson and apply to your life. So what I say to my clients is that start today as a reader, then become a teacher. Once you sharpen your skills to teach others, you're going to be the leader that the world needs. And we need many leaders here to transform this world. Start by being a teacher, sharing and applying in your life everything that you think made a huge change, and then share it with someone else.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today, and I hope that lots of folks sign up for your happiness journey. That's a happiness journey program.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.